So I'm just out here in my backyard taking these dogs out. I'm dog sitting for my cousins. I really like my backyard. Like this spot right here under this big pine tree. I like to just crouch down, Russian style. Close my eyes and just feel the breeze. Hear the birds chirping and let the energy of nature flow through me. Feel the strength that this earth has to give and take it for myself graciously with gratitude and let it fuel me, rejuvenate me. You see, nature is feminine energy, and masculine energy needs feminine energy in order to replenish itself. If the masculine is too far into the masculine, it loses its touch, and that's where it can lead towards what people label as toxic masculinity or hyper-masculine. I understand that I'm a being that has both these energies within myself. I have more feminine energy than most typical men. However, my masculine energy supersedes my feminine energy tenfold, which is why I have a great need for strong feminine energy in my presence or around me in order to soothe me, to cool me down. If you ever read the book, The Way of the Superior Man, it talks about this, and I highly recommend it. I've got a copy of it, and I've been listening to the audiobook as well. And I realized what kind of masculine archetype I am. I am the one that's hot-headed, that has a lot of fire energy, which makes total fucking sense for me. And the type of feminine energy that's best for me is the cooling kind. I used to think that I needed a feisty hot Latina in my life, but after lots of learning and life experiences, I've realized that I actually need a cooling, soothing feminine energy. Someone that's like eases me, that's like a nice cold lemonade on a hot day. And being out in nature like this, and also taking cold showers, helps give me that soothing, cool energy that I need to cool me down. Like, especially after a long day of work and then working out in the sun, and I'm just like overheating. I overheat really easily. And when I take a nice cold shower, oh my God. It's like my soul has just burned calories and just cleaned off all the sweat and heat it was going through. I actually want to show you something here real quick. So, this is a huge oak tree that's been in my backyard since we moved in here years ago. And as you can kind of tell, it's a little bit dead. I don't know if I can try to get it on camera here, but on one of these branches, you can probably see it from a different angle here. On that branch over there, right here where my finger's pointing, there's a bunch of fungi and stuff. Like, this tree is half dead. And it's funny because there's lots of different trees in my life that symbolically represent the things that I'm going through and the different stages of my life. Back when I was a kid, I took a pickaxe and drew a smiley face on this tree right here. You can't see it anymore because the bark has fallen off. It used to be right here. And as time went by and the trees had to be cut for maintenance or whatever, it slowly started to rot away. The trunk has started to rot and the bark is starting to fall off. There's like holes with termites and things like that. And it's funny because this spot right here, it kind of still looks like it from the top, but where the face was the first thing to go off. And you want to know the shape it made? A heart. And this tree represents me because I've died so many times that I've lost count. And I've come back so many times that I've lost count. And this tree is still alive. Look how green it is. It's still thriving, even in its current conditions. That's me. No matter how broke I might be, no matter how much I might be struggling in both the material and the metaphysical, I'm still growing. I'm still striving. I'm still pushing forward. And another tree that I see often is at work. It's a palm tree. And I remember it used to be the biggest, cleanest palm tree at work. But slowly over time, over the course of my first year working there, it started rotting and dying away. So much so that they had to replace it with a new one that was even grander. And it's funny because that first year of working that job completely changed me. Completely. I was not the same person after that year. And people don't really seem to get it, especially people who are not on self-improvement, who aren't spiritual, who aren't on trying to reach a higher path, trying to connect with their higher selves. It's like I'm a snake and I'm replacing my skin every month. I am a new person almost every month. Hell, sometimes weeks, sometimes days. I evolve at a faster rate than most other people. And I'm not saying that to make myself sound better than anybody else. That's just what my lived experience, that's what I literally go through. Because my mind is always focused. Ever since my first kind of like life crisis at like, I guess 20, I realized that I want more. No, correction. I remembered I wanted more. Because as a child, I always knew I was gonna be something great. My family always told me I was gonna be something great. And I believed it fully. I just kind of knew that like this life that I've been given wasn't just to loiter around and do nothing. It was to get the fuck out there and make something happen. And the only way to change the world is to first change yourself. And so, oh wait, there's a blue jay right there. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's a little, oh no. It's up there in the branches. Maybe I will be able to get in the editing, who knows. I love birds, man. It's so perfectly, oh. Hey there, buddy. Blue jays are one of my favorite birds. They always come around here in my backyard. And cardinals too. There was an owl here, a few nights ago that we caught on video. I'll probably put it on the video here so you can see. I love owls too. I just like birds, man. I don't mean to digress too much, but before I continue, someone's car on. My insignia, my logo, the Lazarus logo, looks like a bird. And it's funny because I made it entirely on accident. It was a sophomore project in high school in my illustrator class, and we had to take our initials and cut it up in such a way to make a design. And after like over 20, 30 iterations that I tried different things in trial and error, the final result was that. I really liked it because it reminded me of like the Batman symbol, and Batman's one of my favorite superheroes. Actually, more of Nightwing, if I'm to be honest, because Nightwing is actually like a bird or whatever. And it just stuck. It makes sense. And I think the symbolism behind that is that I've always felt like a bird in a cage, locked away, not able to live in the freedom that I choose, that I desire so deeply. And everything I do is to live in that freedom and live my life however I see fit. My way, not nobody else's. But yeah. Anyways, I gotta go back to edit this 24-hour challenge. It's taking forever to do. But I'll catch you later. See ya.